So there is a thing called vectors. If you have studied vectors, you must be knowing that vectors have this general form, ai plus bj plus ck. So today we will learn that why do these vectors have this form only and not some other form. You know vectors have this form ai plus bj plus ck. So we can see today. This thing came because due to concept of parallel vectors. So if I have any two parallel vectors, like you can see I have these parallel vectors a and b. These are parallel. So I can write b is equal to alpha times a. As you can see, alpha is any real number. Real number can be fractional also or anything like 0.5, 3 by 4, 7, 9, 10, any number. Alpha is that any number. I can write b is equal to alpha times a. Or also I can write a is equal to alpha times b. This is due to they are parallel. They are parallel, so we can write them like this. Also there are three unit vectors I, j, k which have magnitude 1. They are called unit vectors because their magnitude is 1. So from where did this form came? Now we can see. I have drawn a graph. These are the x, y, z coordinate axes and this is my vector a. You can see this is my vector a. If I make the component vectors of this vector a like this and like this also, so this is parallel to x-axis. You can see this one is parallel to x. I can give it name ax, and this vector which is coming upwards is parallel to y-axis, so I can give it ax because component of vector a along x-axis, and ay because component of vector a along y-axis. That's why I gave them these names. So now I have them unit vectors, so I can make vector I along x-axis, vector j along y-axis, and vector k along z-axis. These are my unit vectors. I've made arrows still here only because their magnitude is 1 only. Magnitude tells us how long is the vector. Their magnitude is 1, so I will make their arrow only where there is 1 on my graph. Now as this ax vector is parallel to I vector, you can easily see ax is like this, I is also like this, they are parallel. So I can write ax equal to alpha times I. Instead of alpha you can take something else also like lambda or anything. So I can write ax equal to alpha times I. And also ay, you can see ay, this ay is parallel to j vector. Ay is parallel to j vector. So using this condition, this I can write here ay is equal to beta times j. This beta is also some other real number. I have written ax and ay like this, and ax and ay are components. Ax and ay are components, component vectors. So you know that component vectors add to give us the resultant vector. Component means the effect of some vector in any two directions. So ax and ay are the components of vector a. So when we will add them, you can see I am adding them. So this will give us main vector a, this vector a which we have originally made. As ax equal to lambda alpha times I, so I can put ax equal to alpha I. Also ay is equal to beta times j, so I can put ay is equal to beta times j. So this came our vector a, which is like this only. Instead of a and b, I have taken alpha and beta. I could have also taken a and b. It's our choice. We can take anything. But you can see this form and this form are quite same. I have not made the component of this a vector along z-axis. So there is not this ck. Ck will be there if I have made the component along z-axis also. You can see I made two components only, ax and ay, along x and y axis only. So this is the reason how vectors get their general form.